All right, guys, I'm going to give you a real quick Dan's artistic rendition of the origin and destiny of man, told to you with words. That's tough. I'm a sculptor, really. That's what I love to do if I could figure out a way to make a living with that. Instead, I just sort of fix wrecked cars, which is close to sculpture as I could get and still make a living. But I probably should create a sculpture of this at some point in time. But anyway, origin and destiny of man. Where did we come from? What are we doing here? Where are we going? What's going on? All religions have a lot of weird things, but a lot of similarities. And I've just, for whatever reason, been drawn to it since I was a child, early as I can remember. I'd grasp onto little bits and pieces and put them up in this puzzle, knowing that at some point I'm going to put all this together. These people say this. That seems the same as that. Oh, there's two things that say the same thing. Then there's this over here. Then there's this view over here. Then they say it this way. They say it this way. It's like, oh, it's all talking about just over your head vibrationally. And then I wanted to put this analogy, and let's say this is 70 degrees, and I'm down here at 68 degrees. Okay? Down here at 68 degrees, there's a phenomena, and it is that you don't feel good. You're just like, I always feel like I'm running from something. So whatever rendition of this, the divine enlightenment that you might have ever heard or been passed down to this 68 degree realm by words, you don't get it. No, I can definitely tell you it feels like something's chasing me. I'm always feeling panicked, but better and worse. I get less panicked, but more, but it's pretty much a lot of panic. And so I then make decisions from a panic, nervous state, which is very aggressive towards others. I'm fearful that they're going to take things from me. I don't feel like I want to share. There's not enough of anything. All things just seem wrong and irritating to me. And that's what 68 degrees vibrationally feels like. When you rise in your vibration, which you can do through meditation and thinking about your breathing, so you can calm your body's vibration down and relax and drop that sense of there's something chasing me. Nothing has to stop chasing you. There never was anything chasing you anyway. It's one of the abnormalities of our vision of things that I've heard from anybody who's ever tried to tell me anything about religion and faith and how to breathe. Even that, it's like it's all about, well, you gotta, there's a million different words and a whole lot of time spent doing it. I don't have the time. So I think it's the understanding is the key. So you got to understand that you want to rise above that, but you can't push yourself up there. That doesn't really work. You've got to just let go of the resistance, the things that hold you back to 68. What holds you to 68 and what lets you bob up to the top above 70 and go, oh, I see. Everything is really just like it's supposed to be. And nobody did anything wrong down there at 68 degrees. That's just the way the vibration was going at the time, and we were all down in 68 degrees. Why were we down at 68 degrees, and why are we able to, some of us, bouncing up to 70, and a lot of us seem to be bouncing up, and we're hatching up kids who are much more vibrationally sensitive than we are. They pop up real easy. Well, that's a natural process. I'm sorry that it's not because you prayed a lot. Prayer is important. Prayer is very valid. It raises energy vibrations. Prayer is energy vibrations. You can bring up your own energy. You can bring up other people's energies. You can heal with touch. All that stuff is real. Not everybody's good at it, but that's because we're not trying to discern who's good and bad, because we don't even agree that it's a process. So anyway, all they have is in the science, in the realm of prayer and positive thinking and how to rise in that vibration. All we have is scientists who say it's quack. I can prove it. It's like, what about proving it can happen? I can tell you it happens. But anyway, you're just either there or you're not. So there's no faking it. So you can't talk about it, can't put it on paper. So that's where the scientists are never going to get it. But your children will. And you pop up over 70 and you start looking around and you're like, oh, things start to make sense. Then you look back at 68 and say, no shame. I was down there. I did all those crazy things. It's okay. And I should have had more fun. Really, I should have just relaxed and not felt like I had something I needed to accomplish. You wasted a whole lifetime. You're down there and you could have been doing fun things. Because you don't need to be at 70 degrees to be happy. Just bump up 0.2 of a degree and everything feels totally different. Just spend a little bit of time focusing on how do you go up instead of going down. The basic principle is down is a way of thinking. Down is there's me against everybody else. Me against everybody else. There's not enough of anything. Someone's out to get me. That's pretty much, oh, and that's what's wrong. And here's what's wrong. Let me study some books about the history of what went wrong in the past. No, that's not, that's how you go down. To go up, you got to say, everything's okay. I did a great job. I love myself. I seem so much calmer and I feel so much lighter. I don't feel like I need to go do anything. But you know what? I do like to do things. Yeah, I'm energetically excited about things. So I'm going to go do the things I'm excited about, but nothing else. I don't have any need to do anything else. I got nothing to prove to anybody. It's just the way it works. And you get up. And it's that simple. When you pull down, it's that negative thinking. So what do you think about the paradigm? How do you get up? Now, here's a cool part of the story. This will take 1 minute, and I'm wrapping the thing up. Because I don't think people know this, but I didn't know this all the time, but I heard it from so many other different stories that when I heard it, I was like, clicked. I was like, oh, that's just one more example. So it's a cool example, though. But the planet Earth rotates around the universe, the galaxy, 24,000 years. So our solar system and all our planets swirling around like they do, they go swirling around the galaxy as well, or the universe. Who cares? Don't ever, that's one of the rules. Don't label things and name things. That holds you down. You got to let go of everything. What you think of everything, you got to let that go. Let it go. It's less studying. It's not thinking and learning and reading and studying. That's all going into the past. You're reading about something someone had in their time of being enlightened. So just go get enlightened. It all makes sense. You can have anything you want up here because you're creating the matter. You start to realize that when you're up here. Oh, I'm the one creating the realities around me. But why was it so hard? We didn't want to be at 68 degrees. You can't tell me that. Those guys down there at 68 degrees do not want to be there. Okay, I get it. That's true. So what's happening is this planet Earth swirling around the galaxy, 24,000 years, has cold, low vibration at 68 degrees. And then it's 69. And then 12,000 years, it's like 69 and a half, maybe it's 69 at 12,000 years from now. And then it comes back down and it's 68 again. And ironically, we somehow came up with the idea of the Dark Ages. And so my understanding from people on the other side, people above who explain this stuff, is they say, you know what, Dan, what's happening is we just came through 68 degrees vibrationally in the galaxy. So you can't change that. You can't fix that. We just rode out the winter. And everybody got real mean and fought for food. It's okay. We weren't going to fix winter. We were trying to change the seasons. You're trying to fight Mother Nature. That's not going to happen. We all know that. So anyway, so we're coming into spring. That's very exciting. That's why we're getting all this technology. So much stuff's popping. It's changing so fast. You ever notice in spring, it's like, boy, you better watch quick because next thing you know, those flowers have already passed. You missed the daffodils this year. Oh, you missed the crocuses? The crocuses already were last month, you know? Right now, all the little vine buds are popping and tree leaves are popping. It's the most beautiful time. All seasons are beautiful. But you got to pay attention and be quick because they happen quickly. But 24,000 years, Einstein explained it. We're all vibration. It's all particles. It's all magic stuff, he said. And that, what was the point I was going to tie in with that? Well, us moving around the galaxy 24,000 years, and then Einstein's point tied into that. Well, it doesn't make for a good video if I can't follow up with that story. But we won't worry about it. We just know he was a divinely inspired guy who said, I got it when I went into my dream state. When I was up here, I got everything made sense, and I came back and showed you a few things and proved a few things. So he knows, and we know, that matter is that energy, the collective consciousness above, coming down through my soul, creates energy. This energy creates vibration. That vibration is a reflection of the energy that I am. And the energy I am is what I choose to do with 68 degree vibration. There's only so much I can do from here. You can't mess it up. You can't get it wrong. You never get it done. Just relax. Funny thing. Relaxing is how you bob up like a cork. You just pop up. It's just not relaxing, and all the fear stuff's what pulled you down. Just let that go. And you just pop up. But it's hard to beat out the planet. Jesus was able to do that. That's why we were all down at 68 and he was like 72. It's like, oh, he's a miracle worker. No, he's just a guy who understood how this process worked. But he came onto this planet and sort of played with all this stuff too. He went to all the masters all around the world. But, you know, or just call him a carpenter. Doesn't matter. Either way, he got it. And he already had, funny thing is, they say that people like Jesus and Buddha and things like that, they're in this galaxy of 24,000 years. We're all traveling around. We're going through winter, summer, spring, fall. We come in our bodies, we go out of our bodies, and we're born over and over again and things like that. But it's much more complicated. That's not that simple, you know, reincarnation thing. It's the whole sense that we're just traveling around this universe and we can't change what vibration we're in. But you can climb up, and 2/10 of a bump up is a good feeling. And once in a while, people pop up and then they come back down, and then they say, well, you know what? At 70 degrees, I'm at 69.5 with you. But at 70 degrees, everything starts to make sense. And what makes sense? Oh, let me tell you a few things. There's nothing to watch out for. There's nothing you need to fix. There's nothing you did wrong. There's nothing you need to do. But do you want to do something? Yes. Your soul has a little nudge of something it would like to do, but it's going to be basically revolving around art or music in some way. Some expression of your inner beauty is what's coming out, or you're just wasting your life. So anyway, that's my verbally drawing out the concept of origin and destiny of man. It's just a thing, all right. Oh, I was going to tell you about Jesus. So he, instead of being a vibration that's going around the galaxy like us, he's called like a traveler. And so he shoots across the galaxy. And he messes everything up. So somehow, he's learned how to play with the temperature thing. He can come down from 72 degrees into 68, mingle, shed his insights, his vibration, pop back up. And he travels around the galaxy, so we'll see him again. He's other places. And anyway, I just thought that was cool. But we don't need everybody to be a traveler like that. But he drops in little bombs of, gave us some hope over those cold, you know, thousands of years since he came, and said, just love on yourself. It'll be okay. You're okay. That's what he wanted to say before he left. Just love. It'll be okay. I'll see you soon. You'll make it. Anyway, love you guys. Hope that wasn't too long. It probably brings up more questions than answers, but it was fun. I love you. See ya. Out.